Hello, welcome again to Peppermint Wednesday. My name is Peter Roper. I'm known as the Family Businessman, and welcome to Peppermint Wednesday, which is my weekly video blog where I'm answering questions from my clients. The question today is, what if you don't want shares? I'm talking particularly about the ownership of the business in this clip, and it's very easy for family businesses to get into the thought process of, well, what I'm going to do is to create shares so that I can pass them on to family members, and particularly to a next generation, to children effectively. And the thought process in many cases is, well, they will take on the family business, so it's only right that they get share ownership. Perhaps they get share ownership in the early days, and then as they contribute more and more to the business, that share ownership is increased till such time as the rest is then passed to them from mom and dad, let's say. Which is all very well, but my experience is that a question invariably isn't asked properly. And the question is, do you want shares? You see, an awful lot of people, siblings, next generation, end up being involved in the family business. They end up helping in the business. They probably were helping when they were 8 years old, just as my 3 kids were. But eventually, they cut their own way in life. But yet there is this thought process that they will always enter the family business. And experience tells me that that's not the case. It's not generally true. Their hopes and dreams could be very, very different to those of their mum and dad in the previous generation. So there needs to be a really strong conversation. And it's a really soul-searching one where, in this situation, the parents need to ask the individual, do you really want to be involved in this business or not? It may be that they do, but they don't want shares. Maybe they want to be involved in it, but in a different way. Maybe they would like some sort of financial reward for something they do for it, but they don't actually want the shares. Right now, as I record this, and the recent study that I read was that 1.2 million businesses in the UK in the next few years will disappear because they're owner-managed type businesses, but they've got no one to pass on to. So those businesses will stop. And they'll stop because the high percentage of those individuals will not think about what to do with it until they're nearly ready to pack in, which is too late, particularly in a family business. So my suggestion is, when talking with multi-generation family businesses, look at the process and say, well, truly, really, honestly, do you really want shares in this business or not? Do you really want to be a part of it? Or would you rather just go and cut your own furrow? And that's perfectly fine. We need to understand it. As an aside, I remember being given by my in-laws a few years ago, or I say the pair of us were given a timeshare week. It was a present. It was a very kind present, which we greatly appreciated. But if you'd asked us, we would have said, well, actually, we'd rather not have it. Not because we want to be upset about being given a present, it's just the fact that we had a commitment to maintenance and all the rest of it that went with it. And frankly, we just didn't want that commitment, but we were given something, so of course we took it. And of course it was a problem after a period of time, through nobody's fault, no one could foresee. Here's the point, we can't foresee things easily. So share options, being given shares, are a responsibility. And maybe that individual doesn't want the responsibility. The answer is have a deep and proper conversation. So that's it. That's Peppermint Wednesday. Now what I want you to do is get on social media, send me an email. As you know, I will always answer them personally. Let's talk about how shares and people that don't want shares actually operate, and let's see how we can help each other. But for now, I am Peter Roper. I am the Family Businessman. And remember, if I can help you in any way, just let me know. Thanks for listening.